Hey everyone, welcome to the IMO podcast, home to the spiciest topics and unpopular opinions. I'm your host Maurice, joined by my two co-hosts Andre Flanora. And today it's going to be Comic Con Day. Everything that was in Comic Con, some stuff that probably wasn't even in Comic Con. I don't know, just a lot of trailers came out over the weekend,
A lot of
and
shit.
a lot of shit.
A lot. A lot of shit. A
You
lot of
guys
shit.
ready? This might be a long podcast, like we do short
Yeah.
ones.
Well, well, we don't do short ones now. I'm thinking about it, but yeah, let's. Yeah. I don't think we. I don't even think we need an introduction at this point. Let's just.
Yeah.
Let's just dive.
All right,
Let's just dive right
Rise
in.
of the Tomb Raider going on in the background, guys, and we're just gonna get into our first topic. Walking Dead trailer. Old man Rick at the end of it. I'm sorry for going to like the immediate, like most important thing, but everything before that was so uninteresting, and I kind of seen it before in the Walking Dead series. But granted, I haven't watched like any of season. Was it 7, 8? When
Seven.
7? I haven't seen any of it, but all of it kind of just looks the same. Just like people walking around, people shooting, people and zombies and people, zombies, and that was
And
it.
people still somehow getting surprised by zombies. I still don't see how that shit is possible.
Right. So
But
I mean,
like
I know
they
they don't
they
have like a
they
bell on them, but like
they. I mean, come on. They walk slow. They make noise. How are you? How are these things creeping up on y'all?
adrenaline just must be pumping too hard, son. I don't know.
But when your adrenaline is pumping, you notice things even more.
Okay, but it's not about the speed. It's just that it's just a lot of them, and then it's an endless battle because it's
What?
like, okay, they have the disease where if they
Okay.
die, they turn back to the zombie
Okay.
or walker.
Okay.
So it's just like, it's not about like, okay, they're super fast. Like, I guess it's the fear of the dead, but it's at this point it's just like so many of them. And a
Um.
lot of times you just see like them in like pairs or them by themselves.
Now
I
I
don't know.
hear
I've seen.
you.
Yeah.
I hear you on that, but sometimes they just get walked up on, like the
They
zombie was
do.
moving at like ninja stealth or something like that.
It literally
It's
happens all the time.
yeah, and it's not even like a situation where there's like massive amount of zombies. They could just be like walking into a room. Oh snap! There's a zombie in this room that I've been in for about 5 seconds, and I didn't notice it until it was just in like kissing distance.
Right.
So
And then it tries to get me. Then I put my hand on his neck, and then I force it to the ground. And oh, it's about to get me. Nope. And then we just move on. Seriously, how many times did that happen?
Okay, but it's more not about like, I want to say it's not so much as a battle. It's almost like killing a zombie is like has become like a daily chore. But
hmm.
that's not the main reason we're still watching The Walking Dead, because they have a new threat, Negan.
Okay.
He's not exactly
So
dead.
okay,
Well, let's get a
okay,
little bit
we
back
got
on topic. Let's talk about what we thought of the trailer. Well, what Flanora specifically thinks of the trailer, being a fan.
Um, I thought the direction they took the trailer was pretty interesting. It wasn't a lot of talking. It was more like, it's almost looked like what Quentin Tarantino kind of does in some of his movies, where you see where she, how can I say this, the way he does like his movies, and it's just like this music, and you just see everybody that's getting like battle ready. Like, that's the vibe that I was getting from this trailer. What about you guys? Do you feel like
You said getting
what?
battle ready.
They kind of were.
So pretty much what they've been doing.
Okay, no, it's this different this time because it's like you're dealing with Negan is completely different from the governor, just because he has managed to get a larger army, get another fraction on his side, and that he's able to like coerce people into being on his side with like his rules. It's like, hey, you can have this lavish lifestyle in the zombie apocalypse, or you could be at the bottom of the barrel and have nothing. like he's very meticulous, and then that's why I think like he's such like an interesting villain.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why like I'm still like wrapped into the show, because it's like how could you beat somebody that's like he's not like a I don't know. I don't want to say like a regular corny cartoon villain where he's like could be easily defeated. It's like this guy has plan A, B, C, D, E, F, G type of guy.
Mad strats.
And yeah, it's just like and that was make him like that's what makes him really dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean he is like the better part, I guess, but better part of the show. How it's been with like its like current formula, like they actually have a straight up just evil guy instead of someone we have to feel sorry for, like the governor was supposed to be, I guess. But it sounds like from what I heard, you like the trailer. I was like, it's not bringing me back really, but
I'm thinking I'll watch a clip of when they actually kill Negan, and we'll leave it at that. Other than that, what else can the Walking Dead even do at this point?
Cure the Walking Dead.
I mean, I guess what keeps people interested in The Walking Dead is that a lot of times they're not predictable. They said like no one is safe. They always like, okay, this guy's about to be gone. It's like sometimes it's not predictable.
So wait. You think nobody's?
Well, yeah.
You really think they're going to kill Rick, Daryl, Carl, Michonne? You really? Is that what you're trying to say?
We don't know.
Okay. I don't know. You stay in that little bubble right there, because they most definitely have the greatest plot armor ever. It's almost comparable.
None of them survived a bullet that went near their brain. Only lost an eye. That's actually.
He's got a point.
Come on, first of all, it didn't go in his brain. It like ricocheted, like into his eye.
If you saw the comic, that shit went right through his fucking skull. It just didn't like pierce his brain at all for some reason. Like he had a literal hole, and I'm not sure if they were just doing that for effect on the panel. But if I see a hole that big, that in your face, that looks kind of lethal. I don't know.
I need you to realize
if you're familiar with. Okay.
A bullet was half an inch from his brain. No, nothing's killing Carl at this point right now, unless he actually gets bitten. They're not killing. They're not killing any. They're not killing those 4, 5. Let me that list 4 or 5.
I mean, they could take out. I think if they had to like change it up or take somebody out of the people you listed, they might take out Daryl just because he wasn't in the original comic.
Mm-hmm. True, that is a possibility.
That's true. I don't see them doing.
But I could argue that with saying who would his death really affect and change, because it seems like they're going for like the changing deaths, like not changing but character development deaths, like Carol died.
No, I'm saying, but like if Daryl were to get killed, I think that would affect Carol and Rick too.
I think Carol has gone through all the character development she can muster. She's just gonna forever be a badass, but I don't think that's gonna like change or like push the character any farther, you know? Yeah. But let's kind of move on. I wanted to bring up Sasha. Sasha was on the series, but she killed herself somehow, just as I learned today. Spoiler
for some reason. I'm not sure what it was even for, to be honest with you.
Because she was captured by Negan, and she knew that Negan would kind of use her to kind of kill her friends, and she wasn't about it. So, I
mean, but was it confirmed that they were going to die?
I mean, she saw like what the resources that Negan had, and I mean they already turned one member around, you know. So it was just like what's the dude with the mullet?
Eugene.
Eugene. So she talked Eugene. It was like she really doesn't want to be a part of Negan's plan. I just want to kill myself. Can you just give me like a knife or something? And he was like, no, I have this pill. Like she really was looking the knife to kill Negan, but she took the pill before they locked her in the coffin.
So by the time they being a hostage, and she decided to kill herself. That's a good.
The way they did the episode was I actually like the way that they did it. Well, and the way that her exit was actually kind of touching and pretty emotional. But after she so they put her in the coffin. It was Negan's strategy of saying like, I got one of your people.
I don't care.
Yeah, so I really don't care. Once she killed herself,
I think you should watch the episode. I think you would like it.
Once she kills herself, she ascended to Star Trek Discovery.
You got a much better job, boys.
A much better role too. This character, black female lead, obviously, but it is like kind of an interesting story it seems being told. I can only gather like bits and pieces from the trailer, as I should only be able to. But it seems like she's on kind of like a redemption story. Like I think she seemed like she got like locked up for something, and she's trying to either redeem herself in someone's eyes or try to be like a captain again. I'm not sure if this is like an origin story for Star Trek. Flanora, this is the part where you come in and tell me I'm wrong.
I think it may be a prequel because they did say this happened like before Captain Kirk in Enterprise. So I think it's definitely a prequel series. But I was like surprised. Like I thought this was gonna be on CBS, but apparently it's going to be on Netflix. So kudos to Netflix.
Oh wow!
Wait, it's gonna be on Netflix?
Yes, we just read it was going to be on CBS. Is it going to be on both?
Is it? Because, like, let me check. Because I saw one trailer where it was like, it's going to be on Netflix. But let me double check. Because
I think it's going to be on CBS. They had a lot of CBS branding on that, on the trailer that I saw. Like, a lot. But anyway...
I'm seeing Netflix.
Well... It might be on both, but anyway, the point is the trailer looked extremely good, like really good. It had me doubting whether this was going to be an actual movie or a TV series. Because if you would look at like some of the shots, some of the special effects, some of the practical effects, it's just going, wow, all of this is going to be on cable television. That's really impressive. I'm literally sitting here looking frame by frame. I'm going, okay, so what do they? This looks ridiculously good for just TV. Like when the trailer first starts and you see that weird ass crawfish thing in the desert, and I was going, oh, is that practical? Is that CG? I don't know. That's the way it should be though. So yeah, I might actually give this a shot. Anyone? Why does it have so many dislikes?
Why? What?
It has a lot of dislikes on YouTube. It's like
because people have a problem with the strong female black lead. That's why. Racism.
Ooh, and yeah. I don't. It's not racism.
It kind of is, or sexism.
We can talk about that in a second if you want, but I can almost see what they're complaining about, and I'll explain it to you later.
Oh well, no, I think it's a good time to go into it now.
Say what?
I think it's a good time to go into it now. I mean, we don't have to like go deep into it.
But... Oh, it's because it has nothing to do with Star Trek. It's more of a problem of society right now, type of thing.
True. I mean, anything just non-white, we gotta complain about it.
Okay, that I agree with you there.
Isn't that what I just said?
No, it's half of what I'm saying. Yeah, people have a problem with women leads, particularly black leads, but there is this thing with the SJW community about them literally meddling with everything. And some people are seeing it, and some people are getting really tired of this whole SJW agenda. For everybody who's listening to me, for all of our 12-year-old listeners who doesn't know what SJW means, first off, sorry I have to bring you to the real world like this, but SJW stands for Social Justice Warrior. This is basically a group that says, well, how come there's not enough this? How come there's not diverse that? How come there's not this? How come there's not that? When. We're just going to complain about literally everything until everything is either extremely like diverse, or there's just like women doing everything. And it wouldn't be that for Star Trek. It's not that bad. I don't know why everybody's complaining about that, but there's a new Call of Duty coming out. It's called Call of Duty. Maurice,
Call of Duty. What?
Help. Exactly, son. I think Call of Duty World War II. Let's just call it that, and I think that's actually the fucking name for it.
Oh yeah, I think you're right. I mean, it sounds right.
Okay, so they're having this thing where they're taking out. We all know about World War II, right? Yeah. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They are going to take out one swastikas, and they're going to let you play as female characters in the war. So
that's inaccurate, though, isn't
it? Maurice, you just hit the nail on the head. That's why everybody's complaining, because it's the most inaccurate thing ever. America, nor did any army back in those times, enlisted female soldiers.
Yeah.
So why would you let female?
Is this just the multiplayer, or is this like?
It's in the multiplayer, and I think it's going to be a little bit in the campaign as well.
I mean, if it's in the multiplayer, who gives a fuck? It's like that's not even like canon. But like single player, like that doesn't make sense unless it's like a Mulan thing. Like
nothing will ever be Mulan's.
Facts, fucking facts, son. Okay, well. Just looping back, like, I get what you're coming from. I don't think this falls in that line, though, and I'm pretty sure we all agree with that. This is more so me speaking to, like, the would-be viewers we would have if we had viewers. One day. But yeah, I don't think this like kind of falls in that line. I could easily see her being like the commander or some shit, and she might eventually die. So in other words, it probably wouldn't even matter in the first place.
But
I mean, why are you getting so mad? You don't even know the character's name. What? But
it doesn't. I mean, you killing her off before you just.
I'm not killing her off. I'm just saying she could just possibly die, and it wouldn't even matter. Like all this hating wouldn't matter.
It's just the way you said it was just so cold.
It was nonchalant, and you're just taking it the wrong way.
Now, if it was a white male, would you have said the same thing?
We had enough white males. We had what?
Oh,
we had...
Don't answer the question.
Wow.
So, I mean, if they're not Captain Picard. Is it Picard? Am I saying that right?
And this is why people have a problem with SJWs. What you just said is why everybody has a problem with this. Oh well, you can't kill off the black female lead, even though it might actually fit within the story and it might actually make a lot of sense. You can't do that because she's black and a female. So no. But that white male over there, yeah, he's fine. Go ahead and do it. But it doesn't make any sense in the story.
Every horror movie where they have killed off a black person.
And then we complain about that?
A lot. But I'm just saying, I would just like to see this. I would just like to see a female captain throughout the whole series. What's wrong with that? Because, I mean, well, let me tell you this. Star Trek has a good history of having diverse characters in gender and race in various positions. So, this isn't like a big, surprise, shocking move from Star Trek. But I'm just saying that now in like the 21st century in 2017, it would be nice to see black actors in different roles. Like okay, like if you like back like in the 1960s in the first Star Trek, when Dr. King like told the actress that played Aurora to like stay on the show, just because it's all about representation, and just to like motivate or encourage young people, like, hey, yeah, you could one day be in space or get like a higher position, like in science or in whatever field that you want to do. So that's why, like, I am glad to see, what's the actress name that plays Sasha? Like Miss Martin.
I don't know. Yeah. You completely threw me off with that space thing, though. Like,
yeah, but I'm just saying. I mean, it's just about like representation. That's all I'm saying. Gotcha. Like, let's get like,
yeah. I'm all about black. That sounds really like cliche.
I'm all about that black.
I'm all about black females, black actors, and in as main characters. We don't have enough of that. I feel like. But it seems like we're getting a lot more because Hollywood has heard Flanora's cries, and there were a lot of them. So the next trailer that we got was Proud Mary, which is female lead black assassin movie. Hello? Those things even go together? I mean, only black assassin I've seen.
Wait a minute. Didn't you see, what was it, Aces? And you had Alicia Keys and Taraji P. Henson. She was in that too.
Was she the lead though? Was she the lead?
She wasn't the lead. She wasn't the lead.
That's what I'm saying. Assassins. That's what I'm saying. Like all four of these things: lead, black, female, assassin, all together. Have you ever seen all these four things come together?
Avail who?
Does Foxy Brown count?
No, nigga.
No, she was an assassin.
You are taking this way too literal. Okay.
Who's Foxy Brown?
What? You did not just say that.
Yes. Yes, I did.
Pam Grier, black exploitation movies from the 1970s.
Oh, that's where that stereotype comes from.
I know of Foxy Brown because of that Black Dynamite, I think.
Okay, so we did have a movie night where we are watching Foxy Brown movies.
Thing that Andre does.
We can literally watch anything else.
All right, but let me know what you guys think about Proud Mary. That's the female black assassin lead movie. That's kind of like Foxy Brown. Now that Fenora has brought it to our attention.
I just have one question. Is this supposed to be like you're watching it in a movie theater? You're actually paying like the big bucks to go see it? Is this coming out in theaters?
Yes.
Oh. I'll just get down to it. It doesn't. I like Taraji P. Henson. She can actually act. She can act really good, like really good. Like her role in what is it? Hidden Colors, Hidden Figures. Not Empire. No.
Okay. What?
Though. What? To be fair, that may be the reason some people go see this movie.
I was actually going to say that astronaut movie with the black chicks in it.
Oh, Hidden Figures. Okay.
Why do you know all of this?
No, all of what?
Not you, Fenora. Like, never mind. Continue.
Okay.
It was a pretty decent movie though. It was a pretty good movie. Anyway, I like Taraji P. Henson. She could act. I don't think that physical action acting is her forte or her strong suit. And I also think whoever edited or did this trailer had no sense of like getting people hyped or making people excited or making them go, I have to see this, because everything was just so generic.
Oh, you feel that way?
Oh, okay.
You got some examples?
Okay, so she's getting dressed. That was kind of cool. You didn't exactly know where they were going with it. Like, oh, she's getting dressed, sexy. Oh, wait, what's going on with this? She's wearing all black. But then they do the cliche, okay, she has several guns. There's the montage of her putting her guns together. And then there's this black guy. I think, is he bald and dark skinned? I couldn't really tell. It's probably going to be the antagonist, because if you're bald and dark skinned, that means you're the antagonist in these black movies.
Okay.
Say it's not true.
I said I didn't get that feeling when I saw it. But okay, continue.
The action looks pretty dull. Really, nothing looks inspired. It doesn't have like that quality feeling of, hey, we got the best of the best, or even the second best of the best to work on this movie, to do the fight scenes, to do the choreography, and to do all of those things. That's just me. Am I judging it kind of hardly? Yeah, a little bit. This is the first trailer, but
the first time you judge something harshly.
Yeah, and it's just that's the point of a trailer. If the trailer doesn't get you excited, like one of these other trailers we're about to talk about in a couple minutes.
Yeah.
If the trailer doesn't get you excited, then you're not gonna go watch the movie. And I feel they did a poor job with this trailer. I'm not. If it wasn't for Taraji P. Henson, and they just put some other black actress who I know absolutely nothing about this, I wouldn't even talk about this, to be honest. It didn't really look all that good.
I can agree with that. The strength of the movie does seem like it's going off the fact that you know who Taraji P. Henson is.
Exactly. And I don't want to fall into that trap. Like I tell you what was really surprising, and I'm going off in the tangent here. Remember John Wick?
Yes.
A lot of people only went to go see that movie for Keanu Reeves, but then you realize that the movie was actually really, really good. Mm-hmm. And you went back to see it again and went to see the sequel several times. With this, it's literally. Did they even tell anybody else's name besides Taraji P. Henson?
I don't remember actually.
No.
I swear to God, like Taraji P. Henson's name was bigger than the actual movie title's name in the trailer. I swear to God, Taraji P. Henson. What was it called?
Proud Mary.
Yeah, Proud Mary. There we go.
Because they had the Tina Turner song going through it.
You know, I want to throw this in. Like, I wish they kind of would have mixed that song up a little bit more, make it a little bit more funkier, because it just wasn't hitting hard for me. And like usually things like that should work for me.
I'll tell you what it was, Maurice. Because it was dull.
True.
It was boring.
Facts. I hope it does well. I don't hope it's a bad movie.
I hope it does extremely well, because I actually like Taraji P. Henson. She's actually from around here.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's just I don't think I can shell out the big bucks to go see this.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair.
I think I would go see it. I mean, I agree. The trailer didn't really give much.
I would go see it too.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna fake. I'll probably go see it. If like Fenora just said, "Yo, you trying to hit this up?" and I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah, I would still go. I'm hoping they'll come up with like a trailer 2 or 3 to give more information.
I don't think it. No, we'll need more information. Yeah. I don't think we need more.
I mean, but they still got to do more than just one trailer. I don't think any movie can just put out one trailer and get everybody hooked.
Infinite Warfare. I mean, Infinity War.
And not even that. They're gonna put out several trailers.
I mean, it could though, because people have been waiting for that shit since day one.
Well, exactly. People have been waiting for it for what? 15 years. How many people have been waiting for Proud Mary? I guess a week. The
challenge was I don't think any movie could, and I have beaten that challenge for the record.
All right. So I guess we're gonna wind up going to see this piece of. I mean,
what? Okay.
Yeah, I want to be proven wrong. I really do.
I want to be proven wrong too. I like it when that happens. Like we did that with Dope. Dope was pretty good.
Scott Pilgrim. I was like, oh, this is probably gonna be ass. I wasn't hip to Scott Pilgrim when the movie came out. Really? My friend was just like, yo, I got free tickets. Yeah, I went in fresh. Like, really fresh.
I wish I could have did that. Even though I had problems with Michael Cera. Everything else was great.
Michael Cera is... I think he did that role pretty well. But I don't know why.
Woman, do you have to defend everything? Come on.
I mean,
hate something. Hate something, Fenora.
Come on, because if you I tell you what, did you read the comic books?
I didn't.
Oh, so what the fuck are you talking about?
I just pull up the character.
I tell you what, man, this is almost like you like the Harry Potter movies but didn't read the books.
I'm not all that into Harry Potter.
Okay, so we can talk about that later. If you didn't read the comics, Scott Pilgrim has like two sides of him. He has like the shy, not shy, but the melodramatic kind of I'm a loser type vibe to him, which Michael Cera captured perfectly. But he has another side of Scott Pilgrim, which is, hey, I'm job like an awesome badass, and I was just gonna like do this. And Michael Cera captured none of that. He just kept with the whole, yes, I'm just gonna sit here and wait for the mail. And,
okay, but I mean, he kind of wait. Okay, I feel like in parts of that movie, he did say, you know, like I fought all these guys to get this girl. I think it's like maybe he didn't really have to say it aloud. You just saw him fight and just kick ass. So
awkward Michael Cera humor is awkward and funny. I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
It didn't work in Scott Pilgrim for me, but that doesn't. I'm not saying he did a terrible job. By all means, he just didn't do it enough for me. That's all. Because that's one of my favorite comic books of all time.
All right. So let's see. Next topic. Justice League trailer 3.
Oh, you went
the third Justice. Yeah, I don't want to go to the big boy. Yeah, you know, Big Daddy. You know, Grandmaster. You know, Grandmaster. You already know. So don't ask questions.
First Dan, the Grandmaster.
Nah,
what are the ranks?
He a brawler like shit. So that's like toppest of the top tier.
S class over there, man.
S class Chinook son.
He talk about Thor Ragnarok like shit.
Right. So he S class in Hunter x Hunter, man. Or Hunter. Okay. I say Hunter x Hunter because I like saying the X.
It's funny because it's actually the author said it's Hunter.
I know, and I just can't stop saying.
Like, why is the X there?
Right, it has purpose, and I'm going to give it that.
Explain, author.
So Justice League trailer 3. Did you guys see it? What'd you think about it?
Go ahead, Flo. I'm gonna let you judge first.
We'll give you a chance to shit on something.
Oh my God! Did she start talking and just
more and more excited about?
Can you repeat? Can you start over from the beginning?
Okay. Take it from the top.
Okay, I'm getting more and more excited about this movie every time like a trailer comes out.
Okay.
And
why is that?
I mean, I think
it had nowhere to go but up.
No, but seriously, what about the trailer specifically makes you feel that way? About this one specifically?
I think for me, I think it was more at the end where we kind of see Alfred, and he's kind of like saying, "You finally showed up. They said you would come." So, and then like I'm looking at the hints from the beginning of it. It said no Kryptonian, no Green. So there's a part of me that really wishes that he would bring a Green Lantern, hopefully black, into the movie. That's what I'm really hoping.
Okay, so let's start over again. You didn't tell me why you're liking the movie based off of what you saw in the trailer. But I mean, like, you went to like a black Green Lantern thing that has nothing to do with this movie as of yet.
And I can tell you why they're not going to do that.
I'm hope it's like, okay, first of all, if the villain comes up and there's no Green Lantern, that's basically saying that they're going to bring a Green Lantern
in this movie.
I mean, we already know Superman is come.
Okay, so
at this point,
so
we saw that at the end of the last movie.
Why in the world would Batman just know a Green Lantern? Please tell me that.
I didn't say you would know a Green Lantern.
But then who else could he? Who else would have told Alfred? Yeah, maybe a Green Lantern's gonna show up. Who else knows about that? Did Cyborg know about that? Did Flash know about that? Batman is just chilling with Green Lanterns in space. What were they trying to tell me?
To be fair, you did to come back in time and kind of tell Batman, you need to assemble these heroes. So maybe he revealed about like, oh, you need to get a Green Lantern too, and Batman doesn't. I don't know.
Again, I think we're kind of deviating. Why can't I just
be hopeful, Andre? Why you have to kill my dreams, Andre?
Because it doesn't make any sense.
And my thing is, like, you're not telling us what you like about what's going to happen in this movie.
I just did.
Well, you said you're hyped for a Green Lantern. Okay, cool. That has nothing to do with this movie because the Green Lantern's not going to be in here. He was mentioned, so yeah, I give you that. He is going to come out eventually. But what do you like about this movie based on the trailer? About this movie that's going to be in this movie?
I said the ending.
That was it?
And I was going to go into more, and then you cut me off because you didn't understand my explanation.
You went into the Green Lantern thing. That's why I cut you off.
Okay. Okay, so anyway, the other part that I kind of liked about it, it was kind of like the Flash kind of poking fun of himself. When he said like, "Oh, we're gonna go into battle." I never really went into battle before. I just push and then run away, and it's kind of like, you know, making fun of like the Flash's ability, because we never really, well, they said, like, I thought it was funny, but at the same time, I was like, I wasn't. The only thing I may not like about the Flash is that they made him really, really nerdy, and from like the Justice League cartoons, he had corny jokes, but I mean, he had pretty good fight scenes.
That was a different Flash.
Yeah.
Not everything has to be 100% to the comics. So.
That was also a different Flash. That was Wally West in the Justice League, and I think this is Barry Allen, who is actually the nerdy one. So this is actually
Barry Allen. Bruce Wayne. Who the fuck are you? Can you leave?
You're doing it in my house.
How'd you even get in it? Who are you? I just said I'm Bruce Wayne. No, I don't care. Get out of my house,
so I want to talk about what I like about this. So Justice League, for one, Josh Whedon, all be praised. You can definitely see, like, I saw like a video comparison between the old trailer that came out before this and this trailer, and they had like some of the same scenes, like when Wonder Woman went for that epic ass take your whole Jordan's like leg sweep. There was a lot more. So it's because it's very solid. It is very solid.
It has good frames.
Always. So the there's definitely more color within the oh crap. There's definitely more color within the snapshots. Like, everything doesn't look so dull. It looks a little bit more vibrant. Back to what Flanora was saying, the jokes seem to be hitting, and like there are also these really cool moments. Like, for instance, when Aquaman, being a badass, took a man through a whole building.
Dog. I swear to God, I swear to God, there was somewhere written in there. All right, now let me slam a Budweiser. Come on, let me do it. Come on. I swear to God, he probably petitioned for that, because he was like, yeah, woo, give me a beer. No beer. Okay, cool. Moving on.
Oh, I'm Aquaman. Right.
I kind of agree with Maurice. I think we're pretty much on the same wavelength on this one. It just seems a little bit more vibrant, a little bit more less depressing. Batman versus Superman. Good God, Jesus Christ.
Oh man.
There's actually color in this. There's actually a color gradient that's not dark gray or dark blue. What else? It seems to be taking its cues from and this shows how much Warner Brothers was banking on Wonder Woman to be really good. It seemed to be taking on the more Wonder Woman.
Gosh, from the mascaras.
Right. To be good. Because you look at the trailer, it opened up with Wonder Woman being a badass, and then we actually go to the mascara, and it's like, yeah, they're taking cues from its strongest movie, which, who can blame them? Because let's face it, those other two movies were not good. Like,
if I just put my eggs in the basket, I mean,
yeah. With this, I don't think that everything was a home run, though. I still kind of have problems with Cyborg.
Oh,
he's a little bit of a problem for me, and it's not because he's black. It's more.
No, I was gonna say that it's the CGI.
Yes, it's
that's the thing.
Yeah. They have a lot of time before that comes out, but they need to render that maybe like 7 more times. That it just doesn't look appealing to my eyes. It just looks like plastic. I'm like, what the fuck is this, man?
Yeah, it is a bit awkward. Hopefully, like, when it gets on screen, we can ignore it, because we're kind of already like braced for it. Like, okay, this looks like ass, but I can deal.
Yeah, and then the first trailer they showed at the last Comic-Con, Cyborg looked really bad, and then we get to here, and he looks a little bit better. but not like, yeah, I believe that's an actual thing. I don't know what's the theme for his armor, because it's like this moving metal, and it's, I don't know.
I think that's the reflection.
But it's alien. I think with his metal, it is again, it's alien technology. That was he was fused with alien technology, so I think maybe that's
what
the effect that they were going for.
Was it like dark side alien tech or?
No, I think invading Earth right now. Who's supposed to be invading Earth?
No. Is it like, because Justice League War, he was basically like dark side tech, walking dark side tech, but. Is it the same thing in this one? Do we have Darkseid as the villain, or no? Some guy named Steppenwolf, isn't it?
Yeah, Steppenwolf.
Yeah.
Somebody's son or some shit. Somebody, Darkseid's uncle or some stupid shit like that.
Oh, so we're getting Darkseid just not in this movie. Gotcha.
Yeah. Also,
that's still could be Darkseid tech then. I mean, if they still cool though.
Kinda. I don't know what Darkseid tech is, but I honestly.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying like. Well, the technology from his homeworld, because his homeworld is like basically a machine planet, I think, or something like that. So I was just thinking like, oh, okay, so whatever, like that, there is technology on this planet that's separate from ours. That's where the boom tubes come from. If you ever heard of that word. So I'm thinking like, was Cyborg made of that stuff that's like in their world, like that.
But sure, I guess. I'm honestly not looking forward to the villain in this, because it's Steppenwolf. Yay, Steppenwolf, sure.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see if they're going to bring Superman back in this movie.
It is so obvious to bringing him back.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck Flo was talking about. That was most definitely Superman that Alfred was talking to at the end. Like, come on, we all know he's coming back, and they're not going to waste any time bringing him back. So.
I just want to see Green Lantern.
I want to see Green Lantern too. I want to see Green Lantern too, but I want him to have.
It's not his movie. We ain't talking about Green Lantern now. We talking about Justice League. Gotta give them their props. So it seems solid so far. I don't think it's gonna be bad at this point. It seems like so long as they don't fuck up, as long as they keep up making it look vibrant, making it look fun, something enjoyable, we can have a good Transformer series on our hands.
Wow. Damn.
Something that you just have to question. Why is it still going?
I really hope. Because honestly, I don't know where DC is trying to take this shit.
To the bank.
Because it doesn't feel organic like what Marvel is doing. Like with the first movie, you saw what they were trying to do. They're trying to get to Avengers. At the end of the Avengers, you saw, oh, Thanos. Damn. They're probably going to take their time with that, which they did. We haven't gotten Thanos yet. So Thanos is probably going to be like the end-all, be-all for the MCU until whatever Phase 4 is going to do.
Mm-hmm.
This, with DC, is like, all right, they introduced Superman, then they had Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman in the next movie. We had a Wonder Woman solo movie, which was godly. And then we get Justice League. Hooray! Where do they go after that? That Darkseid will come. And we already know. I think we have a release date for Justice League 2 already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know where they're trying to take this. They're trying to rush into it too fast, and then it's like they're rushing to go nowhere.
I don't think they have the time for like separate movies before a big one. It's like they kind of just have to hit the ground running at this point, just so they can kind of catch up.
They're not doing well.
Well, Wonder Woman was a thing. Well, yeah, with the mashups, you're right.
I think they probably could have did one more standoff movie. I mean, good God.
For who though? Like Cyborg?
They probably could have did Cyborg. I think that Cyborg is the one that people know the least of.
I disagree.
How so?
Teen Titans.
All right, but that's for kids though.
That people who are hyped about this movie now probably watched Teen Titans back then. And
yeah, but even then, they don't really explain what happened to Cyborg. And
they do. They do.
They kind of infer it.
No, it was not even infer. He explained what happened. I think. He explained. No. Never mind.
They didn't. I don't think they got into a lot of details. I think it was more like in the storyline where he was in a bad accident and he but they struggle with being a cyborg. Like, remember when he went on the Beehive and he was like, oh, he's stoned, and he actually made himself look more human. And how, you know what I mean? Like,
no, yeah, when he became Stone Face.
I mean,
yeah, I remember that.
All right.
Yeah.
You know what's sad?
And yeah, so his whole what?
I completely forgot about Suicide Squad.
I don't like that movie.
I completely forgot about that shit. Oh, come on, you didn't say anything either.
About Suicide Squad?
Yes, I forgot all about that.
No, I said their mashups haven't been doing that well.
Oh yeah, you did say that. God damn it, Suicide Squad was bad. Anyway,
it wasn't that bad.
Keep on telling me something.
I'm entitled to my own opinion.
Oh no, you definitely are.
Suicide Squad.
Hence the name, in my opinion. I'm just inferring that it's a bad movie. Bad
movie. What was that? What was that noise?
That was the noise that Crocodile Man made the entire movie.
I don't remember that part, but I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, I really don't either.
Marvel Defenders. Oh, wow. Okay. So, Marvel Defenders, trailer. Let's go with Flanora again.
This time, I really like how it turned out. We saw that Tra is fully awakened, and well, I don't know. Okay, so I think the first trailer and we kind of saw the direction they were going into. I think this.
Real quick, are you
everything?
Are you talking on your phone? Flanora. Hello?
I'm sorry, say it again.
Are you talking on your phone?
Can you hear me? I'm sorry, you're just breaking up a little bit. No.
You're not. You talking on your laptop?
Can you hear?
Yes.
Yeah. Am I the one breaking up, or is it her?
So can you say that one more time?
Yeah, you're not using your phone. Okay.
Yeah, she's breaking up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay, hold on. Let me
Yeah, you're gonna get it now.
Now? What? Okay.
Jesus, am I going?
Okay, let me just hang up and
no.
call back.
Alrighty, so, Defenders.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, you there?
Flo's not here yet. No.
Anyway, I guess I'll just go for Defenders.
Yeah, go for
it.
Yeah. Defenders. I honestly, I kinda have mixed opinions about it. Most of them are positive, but there's just something that's making me think in the back of my head, ooh, but what if this doesn't hit? What if this isn't as good as those other shows? You know? There's just something there that's going. I think it's because of Iron Fist. I don't want to place the Defenders problem all because of Iron Fist, but I didn't like Iron Fist. So to put him in the bunch with all these other awesome characters.
Maybe recap why you don't like Iron Fist. I mean, I know, just for the sake of the
okay,
video.
for one, I only watched like 2 episodes. It was that bad to me.
Facts.
So, Danny Rand, he was kind of whiny, and by kinda he was very whiny.
Thank you, sir.
I don't know. The plot was kind of generic. The big bad corporation in their heads are the bad guys. Fight choreography. Wow, choreograph. How do you say it?
Choreography.
God, now you have.
Fight choreography was extremely lame. Nothing was inspired. Nothing was kind of. And you know, I'm used to that for a Netflix show, because if you want to get down to it, Daredevil's fight it. That's a goddamn lot. Never mind.
Yeah, but I said those are like the most realistic fight scenes I have ever seen.
Yeah, that was a lie. There was just no flair behind Iron Fist to me. Like every other show had like a little flavor to it. This one just seemed dry, untasteful. And you're probably going like, well, what do you mean by untasteful? Well, all the other shows had a theme. Luke Cage, it had like a little, like a almost like not a ghetto fabulous, but a underground type vibe because Luke Cage is black. They're in Brooklyn. They were in Brooklyn, right?
Some part
Harlem.
Oh, even blacker. Harlem. So they had like a little, a little swag to it. Daredevil was all about, it was in Hell's Kitchen, so a little bit different. It had like the whole lawyer thing. He had Matt Murdock was fighting a battle both legally and illegally on the streets, so there was kind of that back and forth there. I'll be honest, Jessica Jones was kind of all over the place with his thing, so I can't. But even then, she was dealing with a lot of stuff. She was dealing with a lot of PTSD because of the Purple Man, and the fact that she basically got raped as a well, not as a child, but as a teenager, so that she was dealing with that.
She wasn't a teen?
Danny Rand, huh?
She wasn't a teen.
She
was grown.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she was a hero at that point. That's what made her stop being a hero.
Yeah, either way, she got raped. That's what I'm trying to say. She suffered PTSD from that. Actually, I think the Purple Man was probably the strongest villain they had so far. But anyway, with Danny Rand, it's like, okay, so what's your thing? Oh, you're a spoiled rich boy.
Let's be clear, he wasn't spoiled rich. Okay. He was actually humble. When he was like a preteen, but his parents were killed in a plane crash, and he grew up with monks who beat him.
Why is he not
trained to be the Iron?
Why is he not over everything? He got beat by monks, and you're not over your. I just don't see how for 15 years.
I think a lot of people, if you were abused as a child, that's something you don't easily get over.
The thing,
it takes years of therapy.
Well, yeah, but he's not just a child.
Okay, like here's
for one.
Okay, but I get that he's grown, but here's my whole thing that like I would fight you guys on. Like I agree that the storyline didn't really hit for me with Iron Fist as it did for the other Marvel Netflix series, but at the same time, I don't agree with your reasons for not liking it. Because you're just saying like he's been whiny and all that, but he's dealing with a childhood trauma.
See, if
he
he
didn't have a therapist to help him get over it, he was taught to suppress his feelings for the monks because apparently he's just supposed to be used as a tool and only a tool, and tools don't feel things, and that kind of didn't really help.
Well, how do you explain? Why does he always do the worst thing in every single situation? Literally the worst thing you could possibly do in that situation. Literally, from the first 2 episodes, because that's all I watch, he literally just does the dumbest thing possible. Okay, I'm just gonna walk into this corporation with no shoes. Like he's not Tarzan. He knows he's gonna get kicked out of the place if you come in looking like a goddamn bum. They're gonna do that at any government building. So what does he do? Okay, so even though I look like a bum, I probably smell like a bum, and I'm looking like a bum. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to walk up to the guards, proceed to beat the ever-loving shit out of them, and then walk upstairs go take the elevator to the first floor. He goes there, and I will grant you first floor, top floor, whatever, the place where they can drink during the day.
That is what they do.
That is what they do. He goes up there, and he doesn't threaten the guy, but he gets kicked out immediately afterwards. Literally, I think it was the next day, he steals the dude's car, and then he kidnaps him, basically, and then he rams his car into a wall, and I'm like, yo, what are you even trying to do? What is your point of doing all of these things? And what Marie said, he's grown. So why do you keep on doing like the most childish thing in every single situation?
The monks don't teach him. I don't think the monks taught him to suppress. Right. The monks don't teach him to suppress his anger. They teach him to get over it. That's the whole point. Like I always thought it was kind of similar to.
To me, yeah, I think to me it was more like suppression. Because like
no. He suppressed it. The monks were teaching him to get over it. That's the difference. That's why the character just breaks himself. Like, as a character, he doesn't make sense because he just goes against his teachings of the last 15 years. 15 years is more than enough time to condition someone out of everything, out of the person that they were before. He should have been a completely different, more mature person given 15 years of harsh monk training. And again, he was like the top pick, the one they wanted to go with. So how is it that the guy who doesn't take all the teachings to heart, like just suppresses it, doesn't fully get over it? Like, how does no one like detect that? How do they think he's like the best fit for the role to be the guardian? Because you also had to be very disciplined because you were just a guard who had to just stand around and protect the door all day. Like, why does any of this like go on? Like, I think his best friend was right. You don't deserve to be Iron Fist because you shirked on your duties. You were acting impulsively, which seems to be against monk code. Or at least for the generic understanding of monks. Maybe Iron Fist monks are like different from normal monks, but he definitely was not a fucking monk, son.
Yeah. It is kind of hard to believe that. And I get it. Like, losing your parents as a kid, that's traumatic. But we know a lot of people that lost their parents as a child. I have family that lost their parents as a child.
Right.
They're still not. They don't have like PTSD over it.
Right. And some of those people don't even get the same training he got.
Right. So I actually see what Maurice is talking about now, because I was actually siding with Flo just a little bit with the PTSD thing. But now the more I look at it, I'm like, yeah, what was all that training for then?
Martial arts to control your Iron Fist. That was about it. It didn't tell you like childhood development or the difference between right and wrong. Like everything, the only reason like he stepped away is because he wanted to figure out exactly what he wanted to do with his life. Like he kind of felt like he could do more than just protect a doorway. And he also wanted to like figure out like what really happened to his family, because he knew something else was up. There was just something deep down in him. So, like, I agree that the storyline may not have been best and appealing, but at the same time, I don't want him to just be marketed like, oh, he was whining and complaining and just childish the whole time. Like he was dealing with deep dark. Like he's saying there's a reason behind that.
Because his parents died. Okay, so
I mean, I feel like if you watched this series to the end, I think you would get it a little understanding. But you only watched 2 episodes.
That was another problem. I don't feel like I had to watch it all the way.
Like I don't know. Like from characters I've seen that have had similar training, like Aang from Avatar. Literally, he was like in his like one of his final teachings, he had to learn to let go of everything, detach himself. That was the Airbender way. He learned that shit, right?
And he was 12.
He lost everybody, and he was 12. Right. I understand it's 2 different characters, but they're both being raised majority by monks, and they're both like taught along the lines of you have to detach yourself from everything to try and save everything you want, like that type of thing. And with Iron Fist, I don't see that. If he didn't have that monk training under his belt, I could see him being a character. I would complain about the whining a little bit, but I understand where he was coming from. And right now, I don't understand where this Iron Fist is coming from as a character, because like his skill set, what he's learned, his style, it does not match up with his actions, which is kind of tying into what Andre's saying. He doesn't make the best choice. He's not wise. He's a dumb kid. And I paid to, I didn't pay. Well, I did pay. I paid to see Iron Fist, not a dumb kid, you know?
Yeah. That's yeah. I don't like their version of Iron Fist. Let's just put it that way. And I didn't really feel compelled to watch the rest.
Yeah, and I watched the whole thing. I went from A to B. I was like, yo, he's going to make a turnaround, and I'm just going to, like, flip my shit. Just like Luke Cage. Except Luke Cage just didn't make a turnaround. He was just godly all the way through.
Why can't he be like Luke Cage?
But I was...
The man Murdoch lost his lost his parents and he lost his vision. You don't see him complain. You don't see Matt Murdock going around, even though Matt Murdock has money. No, then he ran it.
No, they're broke, son. Like
Murdock was kind of broke. He was a broke lawyer.
Yeah,
because he was defending like the little guy.
He was an SWJ in the truest sense of the word.
Yeah,
like mad facts.
Yeah, yeah. If anything, Matt Murdock has a lot harder than Danny Rand, but that's just me. So we didn't talk about the Defenders at all. We're just gonna say that we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, like the extended trailer just showed us a lot more of what we were going to see. Like the humor seems like it's gonna be solid. They just don't have like the one joke, which I'm happy about. And I think I'm really curious to see where the interaction with Jessica Jones and Daredevil is going to go. Because I think one of you guys told me that they actually dated at one point. So I wonder if they're going to go with that route, because it seems like they kind of have like a huge hate boner for each other.
Dang, so
I don't know. I think no. I think I'm interested to see how Jessica Jones reacts when Cage again, because in history that kind of ended off. It's just like awkward, but I don't know. I mean, in the comics, we already know that Jessica Jones like ends up marrying Luke Cage, so I'm interested to see like how they play off that into the storyline.
I don't see Luke Cage leaving the Night Nurse, to be honest with you. I love me some Jessica Jones, but oof, the Night Nurse.
Okay, to be real talk, you kind of have to go with Jessica Jones if you're Luke Cage, just because of what that scene. Yes. You have to. It's like Superman, like with Lois. Like you're not going to be able to raw dog go in there. You know what I'm saying?
True. You know, it's funny. I always wish that, and we're going into shipping territory. I always hate that, but I always thought that Matt Murdock would be with the Night Nurse. They showed they had a lot of chemistry there, but instead he goes with what's her face?
Elektra.
Like, not Elektra, the other chick.
Wait, who's
yes, he did. You know, they kind of had a relationship.
Oh, he's talking about Karen. I hate that.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong.
No,
she's an interesting character. Huh?
I thought that she was going to be with what's Matt Murdock's friend? It's something like almost
Foggy.
like a fat guy's name.
Damn.
There we go.
It's Foggy, by the way.
Okay. Yeah.
Wait, I'm lost. You thought?
Yeah.
What?
So I thought like Karen would go with like Foggy, because it just seemed like they both know that Matt Murdock is Daredevil and they're concerned for his well-being. So it's almost like they're in this tortured relationship with him, because they understand why he has to do it, but at the same time it's just like, why does it have to be you? And I think, yeah. So I kind of feel like Foggy and Karen would be together.
It makes more sense than Matt Murdock and Karen Page. It just doesn't. I'm not saying it.
I'm getting tired of the damsel of distress and like super guy.
I think she's a good character. Honestly, they kind of work better in a more of a in a friendship type of thing, kind of like with Soul. I'm going way to the left, but Soul Eater was kind of the same way. Like you can see them being together, but that's only because they're boy and girl. I think that if you really look at the two characters, it's really supposed to be just a friendship thing there. And if they did try to push it, it'll be forced, you know. But with what's the bitch's name? The Night Nurse. I forgot her actual name. Let's just call it the Night Nurse.
It's Claire, right?
Oh Claire.
My god. Yeah.
Damn, y'all.
Claire Huxtable. There we go.
Okay. Let's wrap it up on this one to go to the next trailer. I keep running forward. Oh, you're done?
Oh no, go ahead.
No, yeah. I thought you wanted to finish. What
was I even saying, dog?
You were talking about shipping.
Oh yeah, Matt Murdock. I think he should be with the Night Nurse, because it just made so much sense when she was first introduced. It made a lot of sense. I actually thought that was the direction they was going to go in, but I guess not.
Nah, for some reason they couldn't work out because reasons.
Right. Their friendship is just so good in the. But I'm talking about between Matt and Karen. Their friendship is just so good. I'm not too sure why they wanted to mess with that, but yeah, we can move on.
Okay. Triple Threat. Did you guys see this? Yeah. Andre's guilty pleasure movie.
Ooh.
Let's go start with Andre. Then he seems the most excited.
Ooh. Well, we don't even have to talk about it. Michael Jai White and Tony Jaa. Boom. There you go. That's the movie. Bam. Oh, go.
Enjoy it. You're welcome.
Right. Like, come on. We got two of the best people in the business right now doing things.
Mm-hmm.
What more do you want?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty solid.
Yeah, we all know this. We all know the story's not going to be all that great. Let's just come on. And this is going to sound a little bit racist, but Asian movies never really had a good plot to it anyway. That's just me. None of them
Royale. She.
Okay, sure. They do action really good when it comes to their storytelling. I just don't see it. That's just me.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm just excited to see Michael. That's all.
And no one else.
Nope.
You're not.
That's Michael.
Fuck? You're not excited to see Tony Jaa do Tony Jaa. You're not excited to see Tony Jaa fly into a knee into Michael Jai White's face.
I like to see him try, but
Have you seen any of his movies? That man will do a knee from the top of a building and still hit you with that shit.
It's almost like the Falcon knee, except it always lands.
You never saw Ong Bak?
Oh, is that the movie with the
elephant? Yes.
Oh, that's the name of that movie with the capoeira dude that always plays Eddie, or always plays a capoeira character.
And he was like wearing tight leather pants in the water.
Yeah, that wasn't tight leather pants, but yeah.
I think that was the second movie.
Nah,
all right.
Nah, because I remember. Nah, it wasn't the second one. They took his elephant twice. I don't think so, because I remember only seeing one Ong Bak movie.
It's either the first one or the second one. No, it's not the third one. It may have been the first one.
I think either it was.
Tony Jaa's that nigga. Tony Jaa's that.
That's how I found out it was from that movie. Like, because I saw it on YouTube before, and I was like, "Oh man, this would be a cool fight." Like if Jin or someone fought Eddie. Somebody, it's cool. Someone did this, fan made thing. I was like, "Oh, this is real. Oh, this is a movie.
This is happening." But yeah, Tony Jaa, he's probably the best person in the martial arts world, right? Well, the first person in the martial arts movie world right now, because Jet Li isn't doing movies anymore. Jackie Chan's gotten old.
Well, he is doing a movie.
Well, yeah, he's doing a movie, but he's not. Yeah. It's not going to be the legend.
It's not young Jackie Chan.
Yeah. Yeah. He just can't do it anymore. It's just the age has caught up with him. He'll still kick any of our asses, but.
Yeah.
He's not falling from a building on his back and then kick flipping back up. Yo, Jackie Chan was a crazy dude back in the day, boy.
He had to, because he was trying to be as popular as Bruce Lee, but he couldn't really find what separates my movies from Bruce Lee's movies, That's right. How the whole funny martial arts comedy thing came to be, because he was just trying to find that spark to make that. Oh, hey, my. I knew that, did you? You surprising you.
Oh,
I got tricks.
Trust me, I almost grew up on those older Jackie Chan movies.
Mix-ups for days.
Son, I think it was between The Cop or some type of cop movie. And
are you talking about Rush Hour?
No, not that one. No. It was the one where he literally took a ladder and started. He used it like a staff, and I'm going, holy shit, Jackie Chan, really? I forgot the name of the movie. I think it was either The Cop or Super Cop or something like that. And Legend of the Drunken Fist or Drunken Master 2.
I think I've seen that. My mom bought that randomly one day. And I was like, oh, this is cool.
Like, there was one scene where he gets, pushed in the fire, in the coals. That was real. Literally nothing in that movie was fake. Nothing. All the shit he takes, all those movies, that was actually him. But back to Tony Jaa, and this is a Tony Jaa movie. This looks good. I'm willing to pay top dollar just to see this. I'm excited. Michael Jai White, Tony Jaa. Literally, you don't really have to say anything else. So I guess we're moving on since we don't literally have to say anything.
We don't. So let's see. The Gifted, the less impressive TV series coming out. Go ahead, Lodge. Or Flanora, either one, you guys.
Yeah, Flo, go ahead.
I mean, the only like I'm still looking at this. The only thing that kind of got me high characters, and what's her name? How do you pronounce it? It's Magneto's other daughter.
Polaris.
So I kind of got excited about that because if she's in the storyline, does that mean that Magneto may pop up, or either her brother or sister, Quicksilver,
or no one knows what's happening.
The Scarlet Witch.
Oh, you're saying these are possibilities that you're looking forward to seeing.
These are possibilities. So that's the only thing that's got me kind of curious about the series, because when the trailer first came out, I'm looking at the CGI and the special effects, and I'm just like, nope.
Yeah.
Second trailer is still a nope, but the fact that they released or revealed some of the characters, it would be nice to see it.
Yeah, I'm still a nope on it. I don't think this doesn't have like that Jackie Chan spark, that one thing that makes it stand out from any other TV series I've been watching, other than the fact that it's on and it's going to be coming out regularly, probably during the season where there's not much coming on. I don't know. I don't see how this is going to be more interesting than what it is. Even the characters they announced aren't that interesting. Only one it is like Polaris, and that's it.
This is a really big no for me. I actually think this is going to get canceled within this first season.
Possibly.
Out of everything we talked about tonight, this is the worst. I don't.
Right.
There's no flair to it, and I keep on saying that. But you need a niche, son. You need something that says, "Hey, this is what we're doing different."
You need a Jackie Chan comedy type of niche.
Yeah, and this is just. I'm discovering my powers. We're angsty teenagers. We're in the suburbs somewhere.
Seen it.
We're going to be running away from cops.
Seen it.
Yeah, and then the special effects doesn't look all that great. For me, and because I'm a movie buff, and I just notice things like this. Cinematography for this looks pretty poor. I'm looking at some of the shots. I'm looking at some of the scenes, and I'm like, who shot this? The camera angles, the way they go from like thing to thing. The dialogue is okay, but the cinematography is just ass. You can definitely tell this was going to be on Fox or some other type of, you don't have to pay for this channel. With something like the Star Trek show we showed, that has something. I wish this could have been the Star Trek show, but it's not, because the Star Trek show, you're going, yo, did you see that? Did you see this? This is going to be on TV. They're doing all of this on a TV budget. This looks pretty amazing. This, police, they're moving cars.
Yeah.
They're running away from things. So, look, a cyborg robot thing. Never seen that before in Stargate, whatever. It looks really bland.
So, like, I don't know why, like, Hollywood and, like, those people don't understand cartoon X-Men series work. When was the last time you heard about a bad X-Men cartoon series? Aside from, like, that anime. Like, in America, when was the last time you heard of a bad one? There were 3 total.
The 90s show was godly.
The 90s shows was godly. Yeah. The X-Men Evolution was a great follow-up. Yeah, and Wolverine and the X-Men was a good show. That show was, like, even different than the first two, because this one's a little bit more darker, because this was like in a world where humans were about to win against mutants, or they were on the verge of winning, and the team was kind of broken up and scattered, and Wolverine had to come and bring everybody back, like Cyclops and Beast and stuff like that. And then there was just like the subplot going on where Xavier was in the future, and he was trying to he was communicating to the team telepathically from the future to the past through another mutant that through Cerebro, that there was something that's going to happen in their timeline that they have to stop. It was such a good plot. And I don't understand why they have to go with a non-cartoon version. Like, the cartoon versions don't suck. You guys just don't promote them enough. But everyone always has very good things, very positive things to say about these versions. Versions.
I think X-Men, if you really want to think about it, X-Men has actually done a lot for pretty much every medium that it's in. Mm-hmm. That first 90s cartoon was the first to like kick off pretty much superhero cartoons in the 90s. The first X-Men movie is pretty much responsible why we have all the greatness we have today as far as the Marvel movies and everything, and literally everything else. So the fact that they get off of that high by doing this very extremely generic, cookie cutter, untasteful, and I'm really ragging on this because this really looks bad. I'm going to watch it just to see if I'm going to be proven wrong.
Yeah,
but I'm not giving this more than 3 episodes.
Mm-hmm. Like, if it doesn't like wow me after the first, like, I hope in everything we see is just from the pilot episode, like that it has to.
Right. Because it looks really bad. But speaking of something that was really bad, how about we move on to something that's really good?
Thor Ragnarok.
I actually wanted to save that for last, but that's cool.
No, Young Justice season 3 character reveal.
Okay, there you go. Y'all can talk about that. I'm gonna go make me some cereal.
Okay.
I didn't watch Young Justice.
Static Shocks is definitely going to be in this series, and it seems like he's going to be playing. Yes.
What?
Oh, now you're listening. Yeah. Oh. Got your attention now.
Well, it's time to start watching the show.
Right. He was in the show originally within the 2nd season, but he was part of like a subplot thing going on with these other kids. But eventually, those kids showed like the Young Justice team that we're decent too. We can do good things. But now he's like fully invested into the team because they recognize the fact that he had like a leadership role, and now they took away the dreads, gave him some cornrows. He got the Riley thing going on, but he got the symbol on his chest, and that's what's important. Static is back, boy.
It's time to watch. It's time to watch Young Justice.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about the designs though, Flanora?
Well, I do like they gave like the characters a modern, up-to-date look. Like, again, you mentioned, Static Shock with the cornrows. We had Beast Boy with a nice hut.
Beast Boy, the ultimate dude, bro.
Yeah. Definitely. We have Arsenal. Let's see, of course, we got Blue Beetle. Definitely keeping it in Wonder Girl. I'm seeing some characters I don't recognize. At first, I thought this was gonna be Raven, but the chick in the purple with the hood and the blonde hair, I have to do some research.
It's not Huntress, is it? No, Huntress is not blonde hair.
Is it?
Purple? You said purple and blonde hair? Purple costume, blonde hair?
Purple hair, cape hood. Because, that's what I was thinking. They redesigned Raven, but no, that's not it.
No.
Let's see. I'm trying to see which Robin this is. By his cape and the hood, I wanted to be Damien.
It's Tim Drake.
But it's Todd. It's
Tim.
Tim Drake. I'm sorry.
Tim Drake.
Why I keep thinking? Okay, no. Tim Drake. Okay. Let's see. I think the new kid Flash. I think it was the kid from Vortex. His name was it Vortex?
Impulse.
Yeah, Impulse. Okay, so Impulse. He's gonna be the new Kid Flash. Yeah, I mean, this looks good to me. I'm very excited. I always liked Young Justice. Reminded me of the original Teen Titans of old. But I'm very pleased with how this turns out, and of course, hope they pick up where they left off, because it seemed to me that in the last season the team was kind of broken. They dealt with a lot of tragedy, but I'm also ready to see, okay, we got a lot of new faces, so I'm like wanting to see, like, okay, is Nightwing and Aqualad, have they moved up to Just pretty excited.
I don't think Nightwing was one of the ones that actually stepped down because he didn't felt like he should have been the leader at that time because of like the lies he had to tell just so that they can get the bad guys. So I don't think that is. I think he's probably gonna be lone gunning it like Batman for a minute, but I don't think he's gonna be joining Justice League like at all.
Yeah.
You said what?
But I think kind of like broke the team and kind of broke the.
No, the team didn't break up. It's just certain people just stayed down.
I'm just like worried about this.
You're over what about this?
Right.
Hello?
Like I'm overexcited about it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, me too. Definitely good to have actual art, like concept art, to love. What's that weird sound in the background? Is that Andre?
It really is. I really don't have too much of an opinion on this, and that sound is definitely not me. I still need to watch the first 2 seasons, but if Static Shock is coming back, that's a.
Mm-hmm. He's in the second season, so I definitely will watch this based off of that. Like if you were trying to find a reason to get into it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. That's the reason. Bam, we did it. I'm watching Injustice. After I finish watching everything else.
Nigga, we made. At least watch it in time for season 3. When season 3 has like an announced date, at least try to binge it one weekend. Are they gonna
release? Is it gonna be on Netflix? They're gonna release the whole show?
It's on Netflix right now. The whole first 2 seasons.
No, I'm talking about season 3. Is that gonna be on like Cartoon Network?
I think it actually is on Netflix. If I'm not mistaken.
Did they say they were going to release it on Netflix, or are they trying to put it like? I heard that
That's literally what
DC is. No, but I heard that DC is trying to come up with their own streaming service with all their animated DC comic series.
Damn.
So, like, my concern is like, is it going to be on Netflix, or are they trying to like move it over there to a DC
streaming service? Streaming service? They don't have that many fucking like. Whatever. Okay. I mean, they don't have like a Netflix catalog. I'm tired of like these companies trying to like do what like something like a team like Netflix or Hulu or Steam is doing, but their catalog is just like so like weak.
Yeah, I think Ubisoft is trying to do the same thing.
Yeah, Uplay, like you do not have the fucking like catalog for that. Yeah. Put your shit on Steam like everybody else and make your pay for it.
Yeah, they really need to. Yeah. That's not. Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's just something I noticed. Like after getting my PC, like Origins, son. Like EA has Origins. Does that even sound right to you? Like their own.
No, because EA is EA and EA is a terrible place.
Right. So they had Mass Effect Andromeda. All their games, like besides Titanfall 2, has sucked in the last year. Like Andromeda sucked. Mirror's Edge Catalyst was not as good as it was supposed to be. Sims 4 was just fucking awful, and I'm so sorry to anybody who plays that right now because they took away so much shit from Sims 4, and now they're just repackaging it as DLC. It's really just awful.
Yeah, EA has never really been like on the ball like some of the other places, but yeah, this whole streaming. Let's just make our own streaming service or whatever. Because we think we have the catalog to do it. Nigga, no, y'all don't. Please stop.
Right, son. Right. At least Netflix is coming out with, like, consistent hits. They may change them out every so often, but at least they're putting out consistent hits and making their own stuff, which is usually good. It may not be for you, but it's good.
Right.
But that was too much. Went off on a tangent there. Shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry. Let's see. The Justice League, the Young Justice characters are looking really solid. We have 2 more big things to go into, but just like a little bit of shout out to the small things that are coming out. Pacific Rim 2 Uprising. It's basically just the prequel to the previous Pacific Rim story. It's featuring the character that Idris Elba played in the first movie. But being acted by not Idris Elba. I think it's the guy that plays Finn in Star Wars. I can't remember his name. You guys know it, though. Moving on. Jigsaw continuation reboot. I think it seems like it's gonna be decent at least. The trailer.
They're still going on with that?
Yeah, that's what I said.
This time why? Okay, I feel like when they do like for all these horror movie franchises, it just loses its power.
Yeah.
At this point, it's almost the same complaint that you guys have about Walking Dead, like on. But with like my whole thing is like I'm in love with the characters, but with the horror, it's like no, you're dealing with new people. Well, I guess new victims, but you're still dealing with like it's almost cheat point. Isn't the guy dead?
I could argue that the joy in Saw at this point is just to see people die the way they die. It's less about like the connection to the character and more about how fucked up can this guy get in like 5 minutes. Or at least that's how that's how it seemed to be once they started making like Saw 5 and 6 and shit. But anyways, so,
I mean, does he have a?
I mean, I don't know. Reboot? I don't know anything about it. It's a continuation reboot. It sounds like it's like going from the trailer. You can tell there's been like some backstory to it, and people know that this guy was a thing, and like I think they thought he was dead. But yeah, it's a continuation reboot to the series, I guess. Let's see. A Wrinkle in Time, like a Hansel and Gretel movie starring Oprah Winfrey and 2 other ladies I don't know as well.
Wow, that's surprising.
Yeah, I know. She's acting in things.
Yeah, I'm surprised to see Oprah in a sci-fi film. I'm so used to her. And like she has a habit of going in like the more roles, reenacting history, like in Selma. The Butler, but to see her in it's a good change of pace.
Yeah,
because it definitely took me by surprise.
I guess. I mean, I thought it was gonna be like some 12-year-old battle-ready warrior, and I was just kind of disappointed. But yeah, whatever. Hansel and Gretel Oprah Winfrey movie. It's called A Wrinkle in Time. I don't really understand what it's about, but it sounds like her dad did something he wasn't supposed to do, and he got trapped in darkness, and now he needs her to save him. Because that makes sense. And yeah, hate me if you want to, so no, I don't care.
Hansel and Gretel type thing?
I mean, she has like, it's her and her brother, I think.
I mean, what?
It's like her and her brother, I think, and like they're not exactly going to a wicked witch, but it's like.
I mean, the vibe I was getting from it is like a Wizard of Oz. The Wizard of Oz, Alice in Wonderland type feel. Theme.
Whatever. I don't think anyone's really impressed by this. Third to last thing we're talking about, Ready Player One. So this was really, 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 really fucking interesting. Throughout the trailer, it was just littered with like old characters and weapons and stuff. Like I even saw the Halo assault rifle in there. You saw Freddy Krueger, Iron Giant, just a whole bunch of different random stuff. So I think it's set in a dystopian future where they're just like a lot of humans, and then all the children or all the people just connect to this one network or this one game called Oasis. And in this game, you basically just do whatever you want and just turn up to 12. So basically, it's like if you stepped in any 90s to 2000s kid head, and, that's pretty much what you see everywhere. Just, some locust guy wielding an assault rifle from Halo, shooting Freddy Krueger, and collecting the coins from his body. It actually seemed like a pretty interesting concept, like much better than, if I can make a parallel real quick, the Gamer movie that came out about the kids that played with inmate characters and controlled them. So, what do you guys
remember that?
Yeah, no, don't worry. It was forgettable. Don't even worry about it. What do you guys think about this movie? Or were there anything else that you noticed that I didn't pick up on or say?
pretty much hit most of the beats. I think I'm not confirmed if Spielberg is directing this, but I know his name is attached to it. And
yeah, because it was in big fucking letters.
Bold fucking. I think they CG'd the fucking letters on the in the movie. But anyway, if Steven Spielberg is directing this, and I have a hunch that it is, because I see a lot of Spielbergian things in there. One thing that really stands out is I say it. I keep on saying this because I'm a movie buff, and I'm gonna keep on saying it. The cinematography in this looks absolutely great.
Look how snobby I am with my snobby ass fucking opinions.
I'm just saying, come on, like that. What was that one scene? That's what I'm
looking for. Sorry.
What's that one? What was like that one part of the trailer where he's like, I don't know, he's on some type of boat or some shit, and it's dark and it's a storm, and he's riding the thing. And let me pull up the trailer right now. We need to start like watching trailers together or something. That will probably be advantageous. We'll probably start doing that next time. But there was this one scene, and ready, clear, one. Wait, I'm gonna find this. He was doing something that made me go, yo, right, and the Iron Giant was in. Did you guys notice the Iron Giant?
That was the first thing I said. But
yeah.
Okay, just that. I'm sorry. I saw him again in the trailer. Like the Iron Giant. Anyway, I don't know. I'm almost too excited for this movie. I can't really talk about it because everything just looks good. And did anybody see the Adventures of Tintin?
The what?
Yeah, exactly. I think I'm like the only.
No, I'm familiar with the series. It's a book. Yeah.
Oh, you mean the flying birds thing?
No.
Oh, never mind.
No, The Adventures of Tintin is about like this boy detective and his dog. I think it's like from a French novel. Or...
Oh, lost me.
I didn't see the movie, but I'm aware of it.
Anyway, Steven Spielberg directed a movie called The Adventures of Tintin. It was based off the book that Flo was just mentioning, or comic series that Flo just mentioned. And he did like this hyper realistic, but you can still tell it's a CGI movie where it does like this whole kinetic action scene thing. If you haven't watched The Adventures of Tintin, I highly recommend that you watch that movie. It was a gorgeous movie. I'm the only. I keep on saying I'm the only person that's seen it because that's what it feels like. Nobody's talking about this movie, but it was a great movie. It's kind of like this is probably how Maurice feels about Doc Hack, apparently.
Yes.
Because, dog, that movie was great. Okay.
Actually, watching the trailer reminded me of Doc Hack a little bit.
I hate you.
Okay.
So much.
Oh well. Okay. So the whole video game. I guess that makes sense. Even though this looks a hell of a lot more interesting than Doc Hack, but.
It's fucking dated. Like, what do you want?
Let's move on. The Spielberg has this thing where he doesn't like to like cut the action sequences. So like you know how some people they'll do like an action, then they'll cut to another thing, and then they'll cut to another thing. You don't really get to see the action. Kind of like I don't know every Transformers movie ever, where like they'll punch and then there's like 4 cuts to show the impact of one punch, and I'm going, that's terrible. And stop it. In this, it has like the whole kinetic moving action scene thing. Like the action is happening, but instead of like cutting, you kind of like swirling around the action as it's happening. I think this movie is going to be the best thing of 2018, to be very honest with you. And I think what's coming out in 2018 again? Isn't Justice League coming out next year? Or is that this year?
I think it's next year, February. No. When's it coming
Justice
out?
League?
I don't know.
Googling.
I feel like I should know. I thought it was this year, actually, the one where they're having this trailer.
Yikes. Wow, DC is really pushing that very hard.
It said 2017. So it's coming out this year.
Right. Yo, what was this thing? Oh, I said a boat. My fault.
November.
If you rewatch the trailer, there is this one scene, which I swear to God is cut out of something from Gears of fucking War. The man is wearing the man is wearing a trench coat and he's riding a fucking scorpion, dog. And
yes, I did see that.
Dog, can we have more scenes like this? And then it's playing like this epic ass movie music in the background, which I swear to God is probably going to be in the movie itself. This looks really good. If this is everything that I'm thinking is going to be, this could be probably like one of those game-changing movies, which is where it goes like, yo, everything's not the same because of this one movie. I think every generation gets one movie like that. Star Wars was one.
You might get two then, if that's the case.
With what? Whatever movie would you say?
Marvel.
Which you mean Infinity War?
No, not Infinity War. Like the Marvel movies, like that made people stay behind every movie theater so they wouldn't like have post-credit scenes. It did change the game.
Okay, true. True, but that was still 10. The first of those movies happened 10 years ago.
That's still in the generation though?
That's true, but okay. So every 10 years, something happens. A movie happens where you go, yep, that's the new standard. That's it, right there. I can't go back as far as the 60s because let's face it, the movies from the 60s weren't all that good. But then you got to the fucking 70s. You had Star Wars changed the game. You got to 80s. You had Scarface and E.T. That changed the game. 90s. Literally anything Disney put out in the 90s pretty much changed the game for movies back then.
True. Lion King.
Aladdin.
Was Mulan 90s? No, that couldn't have been the 90s.
Mulan was 90s.
Oh, what? Oh, there, boom.
Aladdin,
90s. Like you said.
Aladdin, Hunchback of Notre Dame, which I still think is the strongest Disney movie so far, if I'm being very honest with myself.
Such a fucking movie, buff.
Come on, just give it to me.
No.
You're still thinking, aren't you?
No.
Okay, alright.
You talking about the 90s? Anyway, what's the strongest Disney movie? You're asking me?
Yes.
It's definitely not, I wouldn't say Hunchback of Notre Dame. I would definitely say like Lion King or...
That's the one we enjoyed the most.
I feel like it still changed the game. I mean, I'm not speaking from a movie.
Wait, was Toy Story a Disney movie or was that Pixar?
That would be cheating.
Okay.
That would be cheating. That's why I specifically.
You can't make rules on the spot.
Yes, I can because that's the first fully CGI movie, and it was really good. Nah, that's just cheating right there. Come on, son. Let's just don't do that.
You know what? I don't think Hunchback of Notre Dame had as good a soundtrack as Lion King.
Like fire, hellfire, something. I mean, it's not gonna be the Lion King or Mulan, but
What?
that's not what the Hunchback of Notre Dame wasn't really about. It's music. It was definitely there, but it was definitely more about the story.
That's my point though. Like Lion King hit hard on so many different things, like the story, scope, skyboxes, story, music. Literally the skybox. That opening scene, son, when they're singing, where they're singing that song initially, memorable to everybody. You hear it, and everybody knows what's good. Yeah, Circle of Life. There we go. I couldn't think of the name.
This nigga, you didn't know it apparently.
I didn't know Circle of Life. I forgot. But yeah, there was definitely a lot of memorable things about Lion King, and like I said, it just hit hard on every single fucking point of a movie. I think Notre Dame had a really good story, and probably good humor, but I think Lion King was going a little bit harder, son. And the fucking stampede scene.
Oh yeah, that was heavy.
Not even the fact like what it was sad and what happened as dad died. Spoiler alert. I'm being sarcastic, but just the right, but just like the sheer animation of all those antelope. The antelope.
Yeah, I think everybody was really surprised that they did that. Antelope. And then it's the fact that after he dies, Dad, I'm like, don't do this. Dad, no, don't do it. Get up. No! Don't do it. Rewatching The Lion King, that scene, it gets to me a little bit. I love it.
That's what I'm saying. So like Hunchback, I don't think it's going that. It's going hard, but not Lion King. So no.
Okay, that's fair. But anyway, Ready Player One, I think it's going to be one of those movies because this just looks too good to not be one of those movies that, hey, yeah, this is one of these movies that when I was growing up, this is what we had. Well, not growing, we're all grown now, but maybe some kid who's 7 years old, this will probably be the same effect that The Lion King had for them, or whatever live action 90s movie was good, Forrest Gump or something like that. Because this looks really memorable. Mm-hmm. It's not exactly breaking the box as far as like story, but come on,
I don't think we know what the story is, to be fair.
It has something. I think it's basically Sword Art Online.
Oh, true.
But a ghetto version of Sword Art Online.
Oh, ghetto. Oh, okay, ghetto. That's the word we choose.
Yeah, because they don't. For some reason, everybody has this technology they plug into a video game because there's nothing to do in the real world. So let's just play video games. This actually seems like a really good future. Actually, can we go to
connecting with me on several levels for some reason?
Right.
Can't explain why. All right. So second to last movie, Thor Ragnarok.
Ricky! Oh right, you probably didn't watch Boys in the Hood, did you, Rick?
I did. I just don't remember it very well because I only seen it like once.
You don't remember Ricky?
No, it was a long time ago. And I've only seen
where he got shot.
Yes. Ricky!
I mean, wait, that's not the one of those.
Did you?
I don't know why he brought it up.
I can only hear half of what she said.
I know.
Okay, so it's not just me.
Yeah, no, it's been happening like the whole podcast.
Ricky!
Okay,
and then he gets shot.
Don't.
He's in the alleyway. It's the end, Maurice, where Ricky gets shot, and he, instead of like running in a zigzag or something, he runs in a straight line. Poor Ricky. Okay. Anyway, Thor Ragnarok.
Well, first off, talking Hulk. I don't want to throw that out there because like everything else we kind of seen. But yeah. True.
What do you think of the direction
About time.
that they're going in this? Because I was actually really surprised because going from the other Thor movies to the other two Thor movies, for whatever the hell reason, kind of took more of a serious approach to their movies. I don't really remember the Dark World all that much because it's the weakest Marvel movie so far.
So let me hit you with this, right? So the direction. So I'm gonna have to stop playing the game for a second. So now going back to the comics, right? Just this isn't like some deep, interesting history about comics, but something I realized right about Thor, and this was when Jane had became Thor, Jane Foster. She made me realize that Thor is boring. Thor with the hammer is a really boring and bland character. He has like no flaws. He thinks very highly of himself. He just acts and does things very well. It's just like it's hard to connect with the character, and that might be why the first two Thor movies were bad because weren't that good. Because they focused on him, and he's just not an interesting person. But once he loses the hammer, oh my God, does he open up as a character? Like, he actually feels things. I didn't think that was possible, like other than like the thirst for battle. But he actually feels things. He like can gain more power. He has like these really more badass moments, and they're more badass not because he's a badass, but because like you understand where his character is coming from. Like he didn't really have. He was just a title before, but now he's actually human. Not human in the sense of like his physiology, he's still an Asgardian, but he has like more human emotions. He's more relatable now. He's just trying to like find himself. That's how it was in the comics, and I feel like that's how it's going to go now. Like they're moving Thor into a direction where he gain character flaws and just start not becoming Thor but becoming Odinson. And that's like what I like about the Thor that's in the all different Marvel right now. It's just like no, sorry, now
all new, all different Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Right.
At 10 a.m. on Disney XD.
Okay, so but that's what I like about him now is that he's more relatable, more human. Like it's just he's turning into a more interesting character, and I hope that this is the route that they're going in, or at least that this seems like the route that they're going in with Thor. So no more Hammer. Woo!
I was actually very just surprised of the theme. Instead of the somber crap that we got from the Dark World, man, the Dark World was a terrible movie. Nobody could convince me that those Thor movies were good. And they just said, okay, well, we've literally had like 15 other very successful movies. How about we experiment with Thor a little bit? And it's looking like it's paying off, dog. Let's put Thor in space, put him with the Hulk, and have Doctor Strange come in there too. Let's just and make it almost a comedy. Let's just do all of those things because, as you said, I think the reason that Thor was even created in the first place because the Hulk was too strong, and Stan Lee was like, "Well, who else could we have to like keep the Hulk in check?" So, I got it. Let's make a god, and let's which one? Which one's not being used? Thor, yeah, Thor. Just make Thor, and that's why Thor is there. Like he might as well be Superman, but a little bit less powerful, and with a hammer and thunder. So I like what I like I said I like what you said. I like what they're doing with this. They're definitely listening because we all know nobody cares about Thor. No. At least it's a standalone movie. Yeah, nobody really cared about those Thor movies. So they said, okay, so let's make it a lot more colorful. Let's put these characters in it that you love. You haven't seen the Hulk in a while. I don't know what excuse they're going to give to put Bruce Banner in space, but I really don't care at this point. Marvel can't really do any wrong.
I think he was captured by someone when he went missing.
I can go with that. Because it's just such a stark wow, Tony Stark. It's just such a stark contrast of what I thought this was going to be. Because I remember in Age of Ultron, he was having like a vision or some vision. He needs to stop. It has to stop. He was having like this
Avengers edition.
He was having like these visions of like this impending doom or something like that, and that's why he had to go away. So yeah, literally Ragnarok, like the end all be all things and stuff like that. And I thought, okay, this is going to be like the darkest movie that Marvel puts up. Then I see the trailer, I'm like, oh, this is pretty much like a trippy 70s movie. This is what they're making this out to be. And you know what? I don't care. Marvel can do whatever they want. They made a talking raccoon cool.
He was cool before, but you know.
But they made mainstream audiences accept him. That is something I thought I would never see. Marvel has done the impossible. Marvel has made the entire world care about comics. The entire world. Not just like, for comic book nerds or, I don't know, 40-year-old virgins who live in their basements. No, like, literally everybody is wondering what's going to happen in the next Marvel movie. And that's saying something because 20 years ago you probably picked on if you like comic books, and then Marvel turns around and turns it into literally the biggest thing on the planet right now, bar none.
The cool thing, what the cool kids do.
Yeah, so now we got to find another underground thing, maybe anime until anime movies get cool.
That is you're way too late for that.
What? There's no good anime is mainstream, but it's not Marvel mainstream, you know.
I would say Dragon Ball Z. That definitely was like the introduction to anime movies.
You know what? I'm gonna save that for the next show because I actually have an opinion because you remember what happened on wow, in my opinion it was plugged in.
Gotta get them views somehow, right?
Right. Yeah. So yeah, the Thor. I'm actually excited to see a Thor movie. Never thought I would say that, and I think this will be the last one until Infinity War. I think this leads right into Infinity War, or do we get Black Panther before Infinity War?
Black Panther before. Black Panther is literally like 3 months before Infinity War.
Wow, Marvel's really going for it, dog. It feels like we have 4 Marvel movies this year.
Well, we're not getting Black Panther till next year.
But it just seems like we got a lot this year. We got
Guardians of the Galaxy,
Spider-Man,
Doctor Strange. Wait, was Doctor Strange this year?
Doctor Strange was this year. Why are you looking it up? Doctor Strange was this year, dog. Wait, was it? Was Doctor Strange this year? Holy crap!
It's like it's already on Netflix now. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, because it's July. Yeah, Doctor Strange may have been last year.
I think it was November of last year.
The Civil War this year?
No, Civil War was last year.
The Civil War this year?
No.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It just seems like a lot. It seems like they're really packing it on, and I'm just gonna count Doctor Strange because I can. Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, Black Panther we're getting this year, Thor we're getting this year. We have a lot. It's almost like if you wanted to rewatch these movies, you would literally have to take days to get caught up on. Cause I didn't see all the Marvel movies. I skipped a couple. I think I've seen all of them actually. I think I skipped them.
Yeah,
I most of things too actually.
Yeah, I try to watch all of them because they really did a really good job of kind of like tying in the different characters into each other's storyline. Not a lot, but just like subtle hints and stuff.
Like
so
yeah. Do you recognize him? Notice him. Notice that.
Right, and then I think they're filming all of Infinity War at the same time. So it's not like, all right, we film it at this day, then we come back and do it again. I think they're gonna do like the entire movie, and then just split it into 2 parts, kind of like what they did with Harry Potter, and every ever 2-parter movie ever. Because if you think about it, that would make the most sense.
Yeah, that way the actors don't get older, unless like, or just that they just don't get older.
Yeah. What do you guys think that Robert Downey Jr. is going to do after? Because I think he's almost done with this, and to be honest, you can't really blame him.
I think a more important question is: are they going to get Riri Williams to replace him?
Yes, I was just thinking that.
Maybe. If she's not as annoying as she is in the comics right now, then...
She's annoying.
Huh?
She's annoying.
I think like a lot of people may not find the new generation of Marvel characters as interesting because it just seems like, and we discussed this before, but it's like all these previous characters come from tragedy and shown growth and perseverance, but as you just have these like the newer, younger Marvel heroes, just like, you know what, I don't fit in. I don't feel like this is my calling. I'm supposed to be a hero. I'm following, so and so's footsteps, and you see that with a lot of the new upcoming characters. So I don't think they might be as appealing, but hopefully, if they do get into the MCU, that they may change their storyline a little bit, just to kind of keep the audience interested.
Yeah, because Riri's a problem.
How is she a problem?
She's perfect.
Okay,
She's literally perfect. She's too perfect. There was one panel where she did the most douchebag thing ever. She was in class, right? Mm-hmm. And the teacher, who was white, is teaching her. And the teacher said, "What do you want to be?" Riri said, "I don't know, something stupid, an astronaut or something." And the teacher was like, "Okay, good, you can do that. Believe in whatever you want to do." This little girl comes up, "No, that's not the right response." She was like, "No, you have to be the white racist teacher to tell me that I can't do something to give me the incentive to do this so that my story is good." I'm like,
that's funny though. That's
funny. That's terrible.
No, that's funny. You took that out of, I think you're taking that out of context.
No, it wasn't meant to be funny. She was so serious. She was dead serious.
I don't think. Well, she may have been like serious, but that seemed like a funny moment in the comic.
It may
it is.
Yeah, because like that is
you don't say that like no.
She wants that motivation, I think.
No, well, yeah, but I think that the writers are just going try to go for like. I think the writers are trying to go for like that, just that like cliche, that like a cliche type of joke, not a cliche joke, but a joke based on like cliche themes, like the white teacher that doesn't believe in the black kid. That's right. I think that's where I think that's the joke right there.
Just don't make her too perfect. I have no problems with Riri. Just don't make her too perfect. Don't make it too perfect.
I don't think she is too perfect, because for one, her friend died, and it made her become like kind of super antisocial when it comes to this type of thing. I feel like there's like something. I haven't read all of the comic yet, but I know there's something there as far as like when her friend died and her having to go through that like traumatic experience. Because like her AI Tony was bringing it up, and she immediately just shifted tone. So she's definitely still feeling something about that, and I feel like that's gonna play into her character a little bit more.
Oh, so they do give her like a tragic story.
Yeah, her her stepdad and the only friend she's ever had died because of a shooting.
Okay, well, it didn't exactly.
Oh, that's cliche. Because she's black, her friend dies in a shooting.
Nigga, it's accurate. Alright, leave it alone.
Okay.
Would you rather her be in the gang? Like, and it wasn't even like, I don't even think it was like gang violence. I think it was just someone just came out and just started shooting. Well, what if it was Tony Stark's AI that did that to give her like the motivation she needed?
No, Tony's not that twisted.
Tony Stark's AI, because like the exact orders that AI was given, the exact orders that AI was given was give her everything she needs. So like how Amanda Holiday tried to make herself a Bruce Wayne, gave her a backstory by killing off her stepdad and best friend.
Dead. Super dead.
That's just conspiracy theory, I guess. But if I'm right, I'm gonna print it out, frame it, and put it on your wall. And you will just have to accept it.
Okay, I guess you accept it.
Hey. Last thing, we kind of touched on this a little bit, was the Infinity War trailer, which Disney wasn't trying to let nobody see. Because even the versions that were online, they quickly were taking off. I think we only were able to see like a little bit of it.
What's the swiftness?
Yeah, it was really swift. Like next day, it was just gone. It probably was gone sooner than that, but yeah.
I can understand that. Disney probably wants to keep that under wraps. Give something to whoever actually paid the money to come out and see Comic-Con. Hey, this is only for you guys. So I can see that just to make it feel like, hey, the people at Comic-Con didn't like waste their money or something like that. So that's fair. And plus, there was a lot of stuff in the trailer, at least from what I saw. Yeah, it kind of spoils the end of Thor Ragnarok, and it kind of spoils what Peter Parker has been doing this entire time as well.
Sleeping on a bus.
Yeah, but you get a glimpse of the. I almost don't want to talk about it because what if Disney hears it and
the spider suit?
Yeah.
No, that was confirmed before that trailer even got released that he was going to have that suit.
Oh, in the movie?
Not in the movie. The movie, it was shown in the Spider-Man movie, as you know, but there was also a interview with like the director. I forget what his name was. I forget which director it was. But he's saying that Spider-Man is going to have that suit in Infinity War.
Oh, okay. I'm not too sure how I feel about the Iron Spider suit so soon, but
that's not Iron Spider suit to me. But okay.
Okay, so you think of the Iron Spider suit when he actually has the legs on his back.
The legs on his back, yellow and gold, true as blue. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's as close as what we saw at the end of Homecoming. That's as close as the.
I need it to be red and yellow. Because it's
red and gold.
Red and gold. I'm sorry, red and gold, red and yellow, whichever one. Modeled after Tony Stark's armor. Whatever. It has to be one of those colors.
But it was though. It was. You didn't see that suit at the end of Homecoming?
It had a little bit and a lot of blue in there too. That blue need to go. Gotta go.
Oh come on.
Gotta go. Gotta go.
I think it's just paying homage to Spider-Man's original colors, but still adding, but also like kind of merge with the Iron Spider.
Let me throw this your way. Is the Hulkbuster armor green? No. So make my fucking Iron Spider yellow and red.
But the Hulkbuster was created by Tony Stark.
So was Iron Spider.
So it doesn't. Okay, but it's still dealing with the Spider-Man. It's still paying homage to like his original colors.
The Iron Spider is supposed to.
The Iron Spider is created to defeat Spider-Man. It's created for Spider-Man.
Okay, I understand where you're coming from, but you're not following me, and I need you to just listen for just a second. It needs to be gold and red because it's modeled after Tony Stark's, because Tony Stark is narcissistic, okay? It needs to be those colors. I needed to see it in those colors.
I'm not sure why specifically.
But if you're going the route that he's being narcissistic, then maybe where he's at right now, because no, you have to see like Tony is kind of say he's fully humble.
Okay, reminding you, I'm not sure about humbled, but okay.
There's a significant suit in that they kept it like colors. It's kind of it's like saying like he's letting the kid be him. Like maybe he's thinking.
So she cut out for you. Okay. Okay.
You're gonna make a big deal about it, I'm just saying.
No, you just cut out through like majority of that, so I didn't hear a single word you said except for the Spider-Man he. So that probably was accurate too.
Well, let's just agree to disagree that whether you like it or not, the suit has blue in it, dog.
That's not Iron Spider. Not my precedent.
It's most definitely. First of all, he is definitely your president, and that's Iron Spider.
Nah, it's not.
Either way,
they even say the words.
Don't
Iron
believe
Spider
it. They don't say most of the words in the Marvel.
They said Hulkbuster. I remember that. Did they?
Yeah, but you gotta say Hulkbuster. Come on, the word Hulkbuster.
And it's Spider-Man, so you definitely gotta say Iron Spider, Ben O'Reilly, or Spider-Man 29, respectively.
Where did Ben O'Reilly come from?
Internet.
It is Bill O'Reilly.
Ben O'Reilly.
Who's Ben O'Reilly?
What?
Scarlet Spider?
I'm talking about what does that Firefox have to do with Spider-Man?
Ben O'Reilly. Ben. Uncle Ben's.
Okay.
Uncle Ben's chili bowl.
Yeah. That was kind of a double entendre too, because it was also like oh man, okay. Terrible. Worst person ever. Alright, I think that kind of wraps up all the time we have for our show. We actually went like way over again. But you know, content.
We went
it's 10:30.
We started at 8:30.
It's supposed to be an hour show.
Okay, it's never gonna be. It's just too many opinions.
Yeah, I think we should just extend officially to an hour and a half, because there's no way it's not going to be an hour.
We definitely can. We can make these shorter, I believe.
Okay.
I think we all know that apparently hope doesn't survive in this group, so.
I mean, when it's blind, then yeah, right. It won't.
Right. Oh, as an extra curmudgeon, Marvel released a couple more clips of the new Spider-Man TV show coming out.
I saw that actually, and I kind of liked it. I meant to tell you that.
I'm thinking the same. I actually liked it a little bit more than that bullshit that they sort of said first.
Mm-hmm. He seems a little bit more nerdy though, but I feel like that could work in his favor too.
Yeah, I think we just have to get. For me personally, I just had to adjust to the animation style and his voice. It just didn't seem right, but it was something about those two clips that it kind of clicked for me. I was like, okay, this is the kind of direction they're trying to go with it. It's not like too cartoony like Teen Titans Go, but it's not like ultra serious as I have nothing to compare that to actually. Either way, this doesn't look all that bad. It's not going to be spectacular Spider-Man, but I think this is going to be better than Ultimate
Spider-Man. Remains to be seen, but I'm hoping for the best.
Yeah, it doesn't look like garbage now. That one scene where he busted through the wall looked terrible, though. I will say that they still need to work on that animation a bit.
Yeah. Hopefully these are just pilots,
I hope so too, son. Maybe they'll change the animation completely, like they did with American Dragon Jake Long.
Oh, I hope not. That was the worst change they could have ever made.
It wasn't that bad.
It was horrible.
It allowed for them to do more things with the animation. If you realize the action got a lot better after they made that change.
I prefer the original drawing styles. It looked like they weren't scrawny fucking kids.
But they're kids.
I know, but like
they were literally in I don't even think they were in high school. Like
I like that version. I like the old version better though, and I can see where you're coming from. Like it's kind of like what Naruto does with its animation. Like when the epic fight scenes happen, the animation just changes up completely.
Yeah.
To unrecognizable. Yeah, but like I don't like American Dragon Jake Long of the second. So, but that's just getting into too much. Thank you guys for joining us on the show today. We'll catch you later. You guys have any closing statements? Not Andre.
I think Comic-Con really put out some really good trailers, and I'm excited for the direction Marvel is taking. So I can't wait for 2018.
They put out, hosted.
And I hope all the listeners, all 7 of them, I hope y'all had your feel for comic book stuff, because I'm telling you right now, next show we're putting a halt to some of this stuff. We talked a lot about comic books, and I feel that for the sake of the viewership,
our episode was about Comic-Con.
Yeah, but Flo, daggone well, most of the shows have been 80% comic book stuff.
Well, that's just behind the series stuff that you guys will need to know about just yet. So we'll catch you later. Bye.
Coming soon.